Hello everybody, welcome back to PadFootTD Games. My name is Zach, I'm the voice behind the icon, and today we are back once again in Virtual Sailor Next Generation. Man, it's amazing that a 3-day cruise can take 2 months. I have been incredibly busy, but I've been meaning to get to this. I finally have a little bit of time in my day to be able to get to this, so here we are. Welcome back aboard the Allure of the Seas. Let's take a look at her outside in the nighttime. She is pretty. She is grand. I've had people ask me this already, even though I put it in the very first video, and I'll put it here again just because I like to be able to support you guys. This version of the Allure of the Seas, the complete version, the non-knockoff version, the one that still functions and has doors that can open and close, is no longer available for sale. It's not available for sale. It's not available for trade. If you are getting it from somebody from trade, you probably have the bootleg version that is broken. I even have a bootleg version of the ship because I was scammed a year or two ago because I thought, etc., etc., etc. Be careful out there. Don't give your money to somebody that you don't trust. This was somebody that I had done a lot of things with. I thought I could trust them. So shame on me, and it could be shame on you, trying to make sure that nobody ends up in that. But we are here on the beautiful Allure of the Seas, and we are getting ready to pull into Miami to call it quits for our 3-day cruise here on board. And I'm going to actually start the episode right here, right now, and say, what vessel do you guys want next? I've had people say, oh, I should do the same route that I did, but with a different ship. Give me somewhere different. I have a slew of vessels. A lot, and I'm actually kind of at the point where I have so many that I have access to, I don't know what to do next. My brain tells me what I want to do. There's a vessel that I have that I don't feel like I should actually use on the channel. Excuse me. So, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you want to see? Next. So, I'm definitely up for whatever you guys think. Let me know down in the comments below. And that could be a lot of fun. But as you can see, we're getting ready to pull into the port of Miami. I'm going to just adjust that waypoint just a little bit because we are coming in from the northeast, relatively. So we're going to come down the channel just like so in the turning basin, turn ourselves, and dock ourselves through here. We'll probably dock right around here. I can't remember where we took off from. It was in front of where this is where the icon comes from in real life. I don't want to use that slot. We'll probably use this one. But yeah, welcome back to Miami. It's gonna take us a little bit to actually get into the channel to be able to go. We're traveling at what, 10 knots or something like that right now. Oh, 8. That's why we're not moving. Why did the engine cut out? I was like, I mean, we should be at 10. That's so strange. Oh, I know what happened. Before attempting to start the video, I was going through the keys to make the little display go away, the frames per second that's usually up in the corner, to make that go away, and I completely forgot that I button mashed for a second. I was like, I mean, I feel like we should be making progress, don't get me wrong. You know, 10 versus 8 knots is not that much of a change. Let's actually put it up to 12 until we're in the channel. But, yeah. Oops. Glad I caught that, or because it's nighttime. All I'm going off of is that the buoys seem like they're getting closer. Yeah. What else is new? Hi, Bez. Well, speaking of Miami, I can't wait for GTA 6 to come out. Because it's going to be in Miami, and I have such a soft spot for that anyways. I used to, if anybody's this old, Driver 3, first level takes place in Miami. And if you went to the port of Miami, there was cruise ships there. There were 2 Carnival ships there, kind of like the Conquest class of ship. But they didn't have the funnel on top. But I used to literally get an 18-wheeler, find a warehouse, and drive back and forth like I was delivering goods to the port. That's how obsessed with cruise ships I have always been. I didn't even play the game. I didn't even play that game. I literally, that was like my main reason for playing Driver 3. So I'm hoping in... Ezzy, what are you eating? The joy of having so many dogs. She just walked up to me and just was crunching on something. And I know it wasn't food because I know that you're done. But I'm really hoping that in GTA 6, since it is going to be in Miami and it's such a big cruise port, that there'll be some reference to the port itself, not just cargo, but trying to keep it in like the passenger type as well. I'm not saying like put a cruise ship in it that goes in and out. That'd be awesome. That'd be a good mod. But I think that'd be neat to be able to have that. So I look forward to that. And another thing that I came upon the other day, and I'm surprised more people aren't talking about. Let me see. I gotta actually find it. Because I saw it advertised to me, and I got my radar in my head went beep, 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 beep. This is a game that I got advertised from on Steam, which you always gotta be careful with that, but it looks amazing. It's called Seafarer, the ship sim. It's coming soon, but it looks beautiful. It looks like there's a couple different boats that you have access to. Looks like pilot boats. Looks like there's like a drone in this footage. It looks like you're going to be doing rescue missions, cargo ship missions. Looks like there's like the Suez Canal. It looks like an oil tanker at this point, or actually this looks like LNG. You know, cargo, day-night dynamics, weather dynamics, wind, you know, fire, all these different things. So the description of the game says, embark on the ultimate maritime experience with the Seafarer, the ship sim. Choose between careers, take the helm of variety ships, and expand your fleet. Navigate a vast open world, we like that, become immersed in the beautiful expanses and rolling waves. Now that's the thing. I've always wanted a more modern ship sim. Ship Simulator Extreme fell extremely flat for me as somebody who followed that franchise from V-Step for so long. I thought it was awful. Yeah, don't try to hit the marker. I just need you to... That was the thing. I was like, why are you turning? That's why you're turning. All right, we're going to keep it with the speed, but I will take control at the helm. Thank you. As we get closer, we'll turn on our radiant lights. Right now, we're just out on the sea. But yeah, so this game looks amazing, and we've always wanted like a newer version of Ship Sim, because people look at this game and they're like, oh, the graphics aren't that great. Me personally, I actually don't care about graphics. I care about... Oh, I just got a text from Danielle saying that her work laptop is broken. Yikes. That's weird. She's like used it like 5 times. And I use mine like a workhorse. So, that's weird. Just gonna pop that. Just so we can be aligned with the channel. But yeah, something with more modern graphics to be able to have the ability, but nothing I think gives us the freedom quite like Virtual Sailor does. So that's what I'm kind of curious on when they say open world. How open world is it? Because in Virtual Sailor, we can go anywhere in the world if there's a map made for it. Scrolling through the images that are here, you know, you've got looks like a rescue boat. There's definitely a tug. That looks like Rotterdam. Go figure. I can't tell a lot of these places. Cargo ships. Looks like operating of a cargo crane for people like me who like to be able to do all the detail. Fire and rescue. Tug operations. That looks like a tourist thing. And then a cargo vessel. It just seems awesome. You know? And I would love to take a whack at that. You know what I mean? And it seems like they just kind of announced it. So I'm really hoping that this will be fun. So again, the next one is Seafarer, the ship sim invites you to take the helm. Your career interact with different factions, each offering their own missions, challenges, and rewards. Transport goods from harbor to harbor, be a firefighter on the open sea, or simply explore the massive world. That's what we like. To give us that sandbox mode in the open world to be able to make our own itineraries and stuff like that. You'll find endless opportunities and experiences your very own. Oh, to experience your very own. That was written weird. Seafaring adventure. From the humble charm of a small tugboat to the colossus power of an ocean-going cargo vessel, the game features unique ships, each meticulously crafted Out on the open sea, unexpected encounters await. Answer a desperate call for help or salvage lost goods. So, I have high hopes. And unfortunately, with Steam especially, you can have some super high hopes and they can fall flat. So, I really hope that this doesn't fall flat, to be 100% honest. I want to get a little bit more towards the center. I realize I'm like, ooh, I'm kind of like off to the side here. I'm getting a little bit more center and get our way up the channel. But yeah, so that's some of the exciting news that I have. Let's actually turn on our floods. There we go. Now we can see everything. And the only reason I do that is just to be able to get a little bit more visualization. I do not have the best monitor. I have a Dell monitor of XYZ origin, but it's more that its darks are really dark, so it's actually really difficult to see. And of course, there is no moon out tonight. So we're going to get ourselves lined up straight on through. Yeah, it's just going to be a slow crawl, and as we go, we go. So for right now, I am going to depart you guys, and we'll see you when we get a little bit closer to the actual channel. All right, we are down to a much more manageable 8 knots right here. Yeah, it still looks like we're flying. Let's check something really quick. It's just yeah, nope. Just looks like a really quick 8 knots. All right, well, I'm not gonna complain that it looks like, ooh, okay, don't break my neck. What is happening? I'm not gonna be mad that we seem to be making good time, but just like from this view, going past the cargo terminal, it just looks like we are flying. So there's that. But yeah, we've entered the channel now. Now it's the long trek down to the other side as we pass everybody else to be able to get ourselves turned around and facing the right direction. Right now in real life, the Allure of the Seas is over in the Mediterranean, having a grand old time over there. It's actually there for quite some time, and then it'll come back and do 7- and 8-day cruises from Fort Lauderdale. So there is a possibility that in the future, after we've done hundreds of other ships, that the Allure might come back. I really want to do a Disney ship. I hate that I really want to do that, but I really want to do... It's not that I hate Disney ship. I have a version of the Disney Dream and the Disney Fantasy that has not been here on the channel yet, and I really kind of want to do that ship next. But I really want to hear what you guys would like to see first. You know what I mean? Like, I want to make sure that my audience is taken into consideration for whatever comes next. To be able to list off some of them, I'll list off. We've got 3 different Holland America. We have a bunch of Celebrity, Beyond, Descent. Let's see, Constellation. Is that one? The Constellation class, and pretty much all of the Edge. No, is it Edge? Yeah. We have the Norwegian Epic. We've got a handful of Norwegian ships. We have MSC for over in Europe. We got a bunch of those. We've got all Disney ships. I don't really like the Magic that I have, but we have some pretty good quality ships of all the Disney ships. We've got a plethora of Costa and Carnival. We've got, of course, the Canard line as well. A bunch of Royal Caribbean. Yeah. Name a ship, and I bet you we got it. So definitely let me know some thoughts that are down here, down in the comments, just so I have an idea of what to be able to do next. Let's peek over here. So this is the new terminal. This is for the Icon. We are probably going to pull ourselves, because then this is... Or Norwegian? Is it Norwegian who has that terminal? And of course you've got Virgin. I want somebody to make a new version of the Virgin. I don't really like their designs, and the idea of the cruise kind of makes me, like, my brain hurt. Rob's got a pretty good one, but it's not 100% complete. That'd be a neat one. But again, I feel like, unfortunately, that Virtual Sailor, the community, is going through a hard time. And I've been saying that since I've been making these videos, that it's been rough. I'm in a group on Discord, and daily people are like, can I have this ship? No, it's private because XYZ reasons. And then they just throw fits, or people are trading them behind people's backs, or illegally, especially if you've bought something. People work hard on these. Lucas, specifically, pretty much one of the best ship builders for Virtual Sailor, has been pushed to the edge a bunch of because people are either not listening in terms of service or just not being kind, and that's a bummer to lose somebody like that. There's a handful of other people who are making ships and new people who are learning how, but to be able to stay with the demand and everything, like, I have reached out to Lucas. I have attempted to be on his wait list to pay him for a Disney Magic model. I do need to reconnect out with him and see where that stands, but it's just one of those things of, like, people can be pushed too far, and especially if they don't feel like their work is appreciated or paid for, you know, it takes time. And let's be honest, you know, I know I'm in a different position. I'm a full-grown adult who has adult money. But when I was talking to somebody to commission a ship, they said it was $1 a foot. That's not bad. Like, if you're going for one of the mega ships and stuff like that, yeah, I can see where that money can get really tight. But that's not bad. That doesn't upset me. That doesn't anger me. I was like, $296? You got it. Like you're the one who's doing a service for me. So I'm hoping it's going to bounce back, and I really hope with me making these videos that we can kind of form a community and remember why we love this. We love ships. For me, I love cruise lines. There are people who love ferries. There's people who love cargo vessels. I like doing cruise lines. It's just, I've been waiting for so long for a game like this to have my dream come true. You know, I growing up, I've been doing cruising since 2002, personally. Been on cruises, and in 2007 I was introduced to Ship Simulator, which had the Titanic. Eventually I had the Ocean Star, but it wasn't open world, but you could go to these different spots, but I was able to control a ship. I was happy as can be. Ship Sim 2008 came out. Played that religiously because it was a little bit more of an open world game. To be able to do so. Let's see, what else? And then, you know, Ship Sim Extreme kind of fell flat. So I just stayed with Ship Sim 2008 with the Ocean Star add-on, and I put a Disney horn in there. And I was happy. I left from New York and went to the Fifi Islands, that I kind of made it feel like it was the Caribbean, and went to Rotterdam but changed the name. I did what I could with what I had. And then I was like, you know, I swear I saw a video once, and it was a very crude model. It was back with Vehicle Simulator, of somebody with a Disney ship. And I was like, even if the graphics aren't good, if I could have the ability to do a Disney ship, I'd lose my mind. And I came upon Rob's website, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can have the Disney ships and these places. And I started playing, and I fell in love. I was able to bring, I had just done the Hawaii cruise with the Disney Wonder in real life, and I was able to replicate that on a sim. My dream had come true. I had been able to connect Disney Cruise Line, which means a lot to me, and Ship Simulator. And my life felt complete. You know what I mean? I know that sounds like really cheesy, but it felt excuse me. It felt amazing to be able to be like, oh my gosh, my dreams come true. And me personally, I feel like it keeps getting better. We can go anywhere in the world. We can use any ship that you can think of that you're able to have somebody make or make yourself. And you can do it in quote-unquote real time. But that's enough of my TED Talk. We are still going. Sorry, I get passionate about this because I don't want to see this community crumble. It feels like it's on the verge of it, and I just don't want to see it go away. Especially, I don't want to see this game go away. This is why I'm trying to get as much content out to you guys as I possibly can to be able to share that and to build it, because I know there's still like-minded people out there. I get messages all the time of people saying, I didn't know that this game existed. Thank you so much for doing this. So it's cool. It's cool. All right. we are still just chugging along here. It is going to take us a little bit longer, and I know this is going to feel like a long video because I'm just full of wind this morning. But we'll see you guys when we get a little bit closer to the turning basin itself. All right, we are getting ready to wind ourselves down as we get ready to get into this turning basin. Again, this is one of the larger ships, so this is going to be quite interesting, to say the least, of how I want to get us in here, because I have one shot to not screw this up. When I'm playing by myself, I can make the rules. I could back things up. I could do stupid stuff. I could make some crazy shit. I don't want to do that. I'm hoping to get right here in the heart of it and to be able to turn around. I have no idea how I'd get the icon even in here. I know it fits in real life, but like... Excuse me. It's a beautiful day outside, by the way. I just have to be able to share that. I live in New England. That's no secret. We've been stuck in like winter hell forever, and winter came really late. And when you're finally starting to get ready to like want warmth and happiness again, winter came. And it just won't melt. But today it's beautiful out. It is warm enough, like close enough to 50, that I have the windows open to air out the house, which is just wonderful. I didn't even be able to say that. For anybody else who's up in New England or anybody else who deals with long winters, you know how happy you are. I know how happy I am. We can share this moment together. But yeah, so we're going to just come in here into the turning basin. I wish I was a little bit further over, but that's okay. Again, Virgin Voyages hub. I'm actually going to get a little bit of spin in the back just so we don't overshoot, because I'm going a little bit faster than I'd like. So let's just drag a little bit. I always underestimate, especially the allure of sea drag. It doesn't have a lot, you know. It doesn't. The current of the water doesn't resist anything, which would be a marine engineer's like heart attack because of how amazing that would be. Forgot that I was still turning. For like fuel consumption wise, that'd be amazing. That'd be a dream come true. But it don't work like that. And again, some of the other ships have too much drag, so you always have to kind of like learn the individual ship that you're using, and you know, it's all a learning curve. Let's see. Right, I got just controls up here, but let's pop back there as we're getting ready to slow down even more. Just realized I hope there's game audio going. I don't have my headphones on. I need to be able to hear everything else. There we go. I just wanted to make sure that there was like a radar that was on. Let's pop over here. Just gonna do a little bit more drag. Pop that in so I can be able to see. Make that a moving map. Yeah, we're almost there. Almost to the middle. Actually, we're pretty much in a good spot right here. So I'm actually going to, again, use the ship to slow down just a smidge more. And what I'm also going to do is I'm also going to start turning us at the same time. Excuse me. Down to 1 knot, which is good. Just going to keep watching that. Just because we don't want the momentum to continue. You know what I mean? Checking back there. We'll be able to clear that. Again, I wish I had more voices around, so, you know, just to make sure that we're clear of everything. But we're pretty much centered at this point. Kill the engine. Actually pop the engine in. It'll be a balance back and forth of just trying to get it to a net zero here. Again, while turning, it doesn't help either. Let's just keep going a little bit. I could stay within 0.2. That'd be fine, but like... Alright, the ship is rotating. Real fast, too. Let's try to get that down to 14. Something a little more realistic. Now, don't get me wrong, the ship can... Let's just jog over here. This is such a big bridge. Oh my god, I'm not used to doing the larger vessels. I do know that the ship can move that quickly. And again, that's one thing people ask me all the time. They're like, how do you control a ship so well? I'm putting quotes around that because I'm definitely not the best at this. I've seen other people who are much better. But it's keeping it slow. And because it's a real vessel. Like, if you want to think of it as a real vessel, you've got to go slow, and that's just the name of the game. Slow and steady. I'm just gonna watch the bow for that little bit of, you know, soft stuff that's here. So I'm gonna actually leave it a little bit in reverse to maybe drift a little bit backwards, you know, to astern, to try to get turned around a little more. But like this is huge. This is amazing. Like, whoever thought of this? Like, it's insane. I used to be impressed by large ships, but now I'm not, because I think they've gotten too big. Oh, well, there's 4,000 people on board. That's still 4,000 people with not a lot of place to go. You can give me all the entertainment that you think. It's still not going to be enough. Excuse me. So, I really am excited for what Disney is planning next. Building 3 smaller ships that are smaller than the Dream and the Fantasy, but bigger than the Magic and the Wonder. So that's just so exciting. Like, just thinking about that, I just get, like, my feet tapping. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so excited for those to come out and where they go, you know? Keeping with the smaller vessels, because that's also me for Ship Sim. You probably won't see me ever piloting a ship larger than this one. I mean, I'll do the adventure at some point because it is out, and I think that'd be fun. That'll probably be just the reposition cruise, because again, it's leaving from Singapore and doing days at sea. But I think we'll highlight it. I think that'll be fun. I'm going to kill the engine now for at least the reverse, because we're well past the buoy, we're well past the pier, and again, Virgin would come in after the larger ships turn around. Like, I could have come down a little bit more. Again, I just didn't want to risk it, and unfortunately, if we kind of looked at the map, the position of the thrusters that are built in here, and again, you can't see them, it would be azipods anyways. Come on, can I get underneath? Yeah, so you can see where I have them. They'd be azipods, but where the sim thinks that my dumbass. I went the wrong way. So I'm like, why are we drifting? I need to go to bed. Apparently. Everybody makes mistakes, y'all. But, let's actually kick that up to 20, because now I gotta compensate for that. I can't believe that. I literally went to the port side instead of starboard. I was like, why are we drifting? That's why we're drifting. We're just going to blame it on a really strong wind. It'll be fine. Nobody will know. But we'll get that corrected. But yeah, so what I was trying to say was the thrusters are not exactly even on the ship. So when we do spin in an area, you don't spin in a perfect 360. There's a couple ships that I've worked with that I've gone through the settings and adjusted that. Just gonna watch the aft now. Just gonna still try to keep that bow from drifting too much. And again, we are going right here. That seems like a good one. And again, I could look up exactly which pier we would be going to, but it's fine. Cut that one a little close, didn't we? That's going to be funny on a time lapse. I'm so disappointed. I can't believe I made that mistake. Oh. Told you. I told you. I literally just said it. I'm not the best at this. It's just when I stop thinking. It's amazing how quickly that can happen. Excuse me. All right, we're going to start making our way towards the pier. We'll see you guys when we're just a little bit closer. All right, we are coming alongside this beauty right here. I want to slow ourselves down here. Turn off the engines shortly after the spin. So, again, no drag. I mean, it's a behemoth. It's a building in the water. Like, I understand this. I can comprehend the size of this thing. But my brain, for some reason, cannot. Brain be slow. Don't listen to brain. It's gonna be one of those days, guys. You know? I just feels like it's been so long since I've recorded a video with you guys. I'm just kind of like, like, I don't know what to do or say anymore. It's a curse, I'm telling you. You get so into it when you're able to record and you're like, yeah, I'm feeling it, and this is the groove that I'm in, and then you take a break for just a little while and you're like, wow, my name is what? My name is who? Like, I swear Ella was right beside me, and then I just saw her on the other side of the house, so my heart did stop for a second. Not that I wouldn't want two of you, Bug, but we may need to be calling an exorcist at that point. Oh, boy. All right, we're back down towards 2 knots. That's where I would like to be and kind of drift ourselves in here. Again, we're one of the first ships, so we don't have to squiggly around. Like, again, if we were one of the first, there'd be more ships coming in. There'd probably be one facing us. But again, the frames per second would just take a dive. Like, right now, we're probably at 60. I think I have a cap on there. Yeah. It's 60. When I go out to sea, it can be up to like 300. I put a cap on it just so that I'm not overriding everything. Because again, I have OBS running and I have Audacity running as well to record it all. Hi, Bug. I love you. Yes, I do. Hello. This is the thing. I wish that you would always stay by me so that I could just have webcam on you. And people would just be excited to see a dog playing ship sim. That'd be you. That'd be your life. What do you think? Do you want to be famous? Slow frog blink. That's great. That is always reassuring that that I've had an intelligent conversation. Coming along dockside. I've left from Miami twice, and it was interesting. So we did in 2014. We did a back-to-back on the Disney Wonder. It was a 4-day and a 5-day. Yes. And that's actually the cruise that I proposed to Danielle on. But it was so cool to be able to do a back-to-back because we got off the ship and then we got right back on. And we got to hang out while they were still cleaning the ship. It was wild. It was wild to be able to do that. And it was cool to be able to leave from Miami. That's one of the things. We've been to a lot of cruise ports, and there's still a couple on my list, but you know, it's one of those things where ports don't really change. You got the excursions. You got some beautiful views and different places to go, but you know, there's always somebody trying to sell you a cab. There's always somebody trying to sell you tours. Like, that's how they make their living. I understand that. But my thing that excites me now is being able to leave from different ports. So we got to leave from Miami. I've left from New York, Port Canaveral, Seattle, Vancouver, Honolulu, Barcelona. I feel like I'm missing one. Baltimore, with Carnival Pride. So it's just it's one of those things. It's like that's the thing that's exciting for me, because that's where I feel like I can truly look around and be able to enjoy a space. I think our next cruise that we do have planned is on the Adventure. No, not the Adventure. The Destiny from Fort Lauderdale, which will be a new one for us, that's exciting for me. Like, I'm excited about that, and excited to check out a new ship as well. But yeah, always just that's like the things that get me excited for going on a cruise. I like to be able to explore the ships and where we're, you know, leaving from or coming back to see how it functions. I love turnaround day. It's very serotonin inducing for me. We're almost there. About halfway is kind of where I want it. Kind of like, I don't know actually where the loading door is on this vessel, but like if you did it on the decks, I'm going to assume it's probably in here. So we're almost there. And again, when we're here, we since this is one building here, that would slide down, you know, just to accommodate anybody and everybody. But yeah, that's like one of my favorite things is turnaround day. I love watching everything get loaded or unloaded. Like today, you know, there'd be people up watching us dock at, 6 o'clock in the morning, which is actually right on time, by the way. We were supposed to be pulling along the dock around 6 a.m., which is exactly what we're doing right now. So, yes, we timed it out right, everybody. That's so exciting. And still dark out. Let's actually get ourselves fully slowed down now, because that is there. Down to 1 knot. I'm gonna actually move myself over here. I do have a view window, but it's too far forward. I guess maybe not. Maybe if I move forward. Again, I'm getting the curvature of the ship, which doesn't help me when I'm trying to dock alongside. All right. Stern thruster first. Is that night vision? Did that change? Interesting. I honestly don't remember, to be honest. Thrusters going. Bow thruster to accompany as well. Docking menu is open to be able to freeze when needed. Take out the bow thruster, just getting it along. Be a nice fine balance. Control it in. Again, this is as slow as I can go. You can see actually the little red indicators down there. They don't turn on for a lot of stuff, like a certain amount. So I'm trying to get us as slow as I possibly can to try to keep it realistic, but when it only turns on at 10%, like... Just gonna freeze it there, take a peek outside, because I can't really see. Yeah, this is okay. Let's let it drift just a little bit more. And there'd be the bags. You can kind of see them there to be able to, keep us from actually hitting the concrete. But, all right, we are there, and let's drop. No, that's the wrong one. That line, this one, and this one. Get the gangways out, and there you have it, everybody. We are safely alongside at 6:02 a.m. here in the port of Miami for turnaround day here with the beautiful Allure of the Seas. And with that, that also brings us to the end of our voyage with the Allure of the Sea. This was a neat one. It added some new challenges with the ship. Its size is something that I'm not used to. Plus, it was our first introduction to the Royal Caribbean class. So it was a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, we will have the time lapses from this, and then probably next week I'll have the time lapse of the whole entire voyage. And I want to know next, what do you guys want to see? I'm going to try to get this video actually out today, so you guys can give me your suggestions as soon as you possibly can, so that I might be able to start filming as soon as next week. So I'm very much looking forward to that, and super excited to continue Virtual Sailor here on the channel with you guys. But it's time for turnaround day and for you to disembark. But with that, I thank you guys so much for coming out to this one, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.